Hey guys, Rock here. In this video, I want to show you how to get 20 booked calls a week without paid ads, and do that by first building out a repeatable system of turning viewers into leads, and then building out a content powerhouse without scaling the amount of your team members. By the way, this is for people who already have an audience of at least 10,000 people, so yeah, let's just get into it. So the core of what we're trying to do here, the basic premise is we just want to get leads and then turn them into appointments. Now to get a lead, what's required, we need to get their name, email, a phone number through which we're then gonna reach out to them to try and get them booked into an appointment. So we know what the goal of the thing is, so this is number one. Then number two is the core principle. We want to get leads, so we need to get them. Then the basic thing we need to do is give them something, because if you want to get something, what you need to do is first give and then you're gonna get. It doesn't get more simple than that. And then what we take from that is the more that you give, the more you're gonna get. So what we need to do is figure out how to give as much as possible. How do we give away as much as possible without it taking too much of our time? Then again, what we're doing, we just want to keep it simple. So anytime in your life, if you want to give someone something, what do? Well, think no further than what your parents do or what you do when you want to give something. Like when you're giving someone a gift, what you do? It's pretty simple. You just ask them. That's the only thing you need to do. How do you figure out what to get someone to give them as much value as possible? Well, you look no further than just asking them. So you ask them, what do you want? So what to deliver? Now this, how you're gonna do this is, since you already have an audience, you do this through an Instagram story where you put up a poll where you just ask them what to deliver. So the first thing is gonna be the format. So in what format do they want to consume it? This could be a video, a tool, what the format of the value should be, and then what the pain point is. So let's say you're in the weight loss niche and you're working with people who are like busy, let's say, and then you ask them, what do they want? Do you want a carnivore diet, so like a PDF with a diet? Do you want a video going into what the best vegetarian foods are, whatever? They tell you exactly what format they want to consume it in and what the exact pain point is. And that's how you figure out how do you give them as much as possible, because they're going to tell you exactly what they want, what to deliver. And then the second part of this, you want to figure out how to wrap this up. So this is going to be, so this is so they actually want to use it. And this is just to boost the conversion. Once you release the thing, how do you make it as attractive as possible for them to actually want to consume it? So same thing as before, you're just gonna put up a poll after you know what the thing is. You're gonna compare 4 different headlines, 4 different images, and 4 sub headlines where you just put up a poll with options A, B, C, D. You tell them what they are, and then they just click what they find most attractive. So after you release it, you'll know that you have a headline, image, and sub-headline combination that is most likely to get clicks, and that you're delivering something that they actually want, that they requested from you to give them. So just to give you the action points, what we're doing is, first you come up with 4 ideas of what you could give away. So this is the format pain point. Then you're gonna post a story asking which one they want. You're gonna wait 24 hours so the poll results come in. Okay, you get a winner. Now you're gonna come up with 4 headlines, 4 images, and 4 sub-headlines for it. Once you have that, you're gonna put up 3 posts in 3 consecutive stories, so one by one. What headline do you want? What image do you want? What headline do you like? What image do you like? And what sub-headline do you like best? And after that, step 6, you just use winners for creation, and I'll go how to create the lead magnets right now. So how you create them, gift creation, there's going to be 2 parts to this. First is going to be creating the actual value of it, and second is going to be the delivery mechanism behind it. Now value, this is going to be depending on format that they pick. So right here, when they picked format, there's going to be 2 different pathways that this can go to. So one is going to be video and one is going to be everything else. So for video, what you do is, you know it's a video, okay, then you just hit record, and then you brain dump everything you know about the subject. You make a long, no cuts video, brain dumping every single thing you know about the subject. And for if you have anything else, if you just want to add something more, add more value in, if you have any existing documents that you already have about this, so if you already have a a diet plan for vegetarians, you would just add that into the thing. If you had anything else, so if it's a tool or a PDF or anything like that, or you would do the same thing as before, but you would record a voice memo that you would then just turn into text and use that when then making the delivery of the whole thing. But if it's a video, all you do is record and then export the video, so you have your main value piece right here. So for the video, it would be the video file, and text, it would be, or anything else, it would be a voice memo, and then that turned into text, so you can then use it to make the lead magnet on the website. And on both of those, if you already have, if you want to add more in, you would just add the existing documents alongside the current value you already have with this. Now with delivery, I won't go too in depth into it in this video, but what you need to know, all we'll be using is AI and then go high level. It's a video called How to Get Your Coaching Business to 12.5K a Week, where I go in depth showing you exactly how to do this. But essentially what we're doing is we're creating an account on Go High Level, getting a domain, then it's just connecting a webhook here, using a prompt right here, and then all you would do is just insert the brain dump or the video you recorded, and then you can publish it. This whole process shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes, and it's how you get lead magnets out fast. And even then, when you have the first one set up, this part is just a one-time setup, and you can just do this repeatedly. I won't go into depth into it in this video, but I have another one where you can see exactly what you need to do here. It takes 15 minutes, and then you can just publish the whole thing. And then what the goal is, what we get as output from this, so when we create the value, we create the delivery of the lead magnet, what this is going to do after we publish it, what we're going to get out of it is going to be names, emails, phone numbers, and then what's also important, we're going to get the inputs and output. So let's say you created a tool where they inserted their calories that they want to achieve or their weight, whatever the thing was. It's also going to output that, and it's also going to output what the result of the tool was. So when we're doing lead nurture, we're going to know exactly what they put in and what they got out, so we can personalize what we're sending based on what they put in inside the tool. Now this won't apply if we're doing just a video and we're just collecting this, but if it's a tool that we're building, then this is gonna also connect, and we'll have that extra context to make our outreach after we get the lead personalized. So now that we have this thing published, now comes the marketing part. We have the thing built, we have the value, the gift we want to give them, and we know, because we asked that, we know that this is something they want. Now it just comes down to marketing the thing so they actually see it and have the chance to start and use it. Now how we go about this is gonna be this bad boy right here. So this is gonna be the content engine behind every single lead magnet we put out. And what this is gonna consist of isn't gonna be you manually making each one of these posts, taking a whole week of 8 hours a day just making posts like this. What you're gonna do is just film one long form video that is gonna go into these topics. And what I want you to focus on is just these topics right here, because you can see right here it just repeats the same thing. Now what this is going to consist of is going to be 11 topics you can go into, and this last part can even go like more or less depending on how many things there are inside. So you would make one long form video that is going to go into saying the thing that is out, so like just an announcement at the beginning, the thing you asked them, you told them you're going to release this, you tell them this thing is out. Okay. Second thing, you're going to mention that if you could get some feedback. So if a person uses it, could you give some feedback on what the thing is, everything works, if it's useful, if it's not useful, so you get feedback. So if you want to release another one next time, you can even make it better just by using this. The third thing is going to be the overall idea of the thing. So you're going to explain what the overall idea is, why you release this, why I think this is useful, why people should use it. That's it. Next one, how you learn what's inside. So you tell them how you learn, why are you a qualified person to speak about this topic. Next, you're going to refer back to the polls and say that this is the result of that. So people who answer the poll, they're going to see this piece of content. They'll see, okay, I submitted this in the form or in the poll. This lead magnet is a direct result of my or them filling out the poll. Next up is going to be you explaining how this ties into solving the overall problem. So this is the next topic you'll go into. And then right here after this is just explaining point 1 of the lead magnet. So if this was a meal plan, you're gonna explain what the breakfast are, what the snacks was, the lunch, the afternoon snack, the dinner was. So you just go into each specific topic of the lead magnet, talking and explaining each one of them in its own little segment. And all of this is just gonna be one long form video that is just gonna go all into all of these 11 topics. So each time you release a lead magnet, you would just make a video where you would go into all of these topics inside that one video. You can add more, less, whatever you want, but essentially this is kind of the structure you should go for. So now that we have our big content piece, big video, what do these things at the bottom here actually mean? Now these are gonna represent 9x16 videos, so real short form content. These are gonna represent the same thing, the same ideas, but in a carousel format, so a post slideshows. And this is going to be the same thing again, but in a tweet format. So all the same thing, all the same topics, just that it's in text. So you're going to have one long form video, which once you cut it up is going to reveal these topics. And then if converted into a slideshow, you can convert it into this and then convert it into text or tweets. It's gonna be the same thing but in text format. Okay, so that gets us to 34 pieces of content. We have one long form and then we have 11 in each row. 11, 11, 11, 33 plus 1, we get to 34. How do we then get to 155? Well, the second thing we need to introduce right here to multiply this is gonna be cross-posting. The same thing, the same content, but we can post it on YouTube, on Pinterest, on Threads, on TikTok, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. And it's just posting every single piece of content that you can. Obviously on Threads you only have text, and on Pinterest you won't have the long form, and on TikTok same thing, Facebook it's not gonna have long form. Just the same thing, but you're posted on all platforms. It's a thing most people won't do because they think this is gonna take them extra time, just go in each platform, posting that, posting there, posting there. And that is why they don't do it, just because they have to post it everywhere. Now, this is where this is gonna come in handy. It's having a platform that allows you to cross-post. Now, I'm not trying to sell you anything right here. All I'm doing is I'm using a software called GHL that gives me free sub accounts. So if you wanna set this thing up that I'm gonna be talking about in a second, just DM me on Instagram. I'll open up a free account for you. No limits, no hidden thing, no credit card, no nothing. Just DM me and I'll open this up for you. But what it is gonna allow you to go in, have your video. So you have your one piece of content right here. So let's say you have this reel right here. What you would do, you would just upload it there and then just click upload to Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Pinterest, YouTube, and Instagram. Or if it's a reel, you can do it on Threads, but you get the point. All you do, just click once and then it's gonna automatically upload to all of these platforms. So it's gonna take you the same amount of time as before if you wanted to upload directly on Instagram, except that you're gonna check all of those off and you're gonna get, instead of one, you're gonna get 7 content pieces on 7 different platforms, which is gonna give you 7 opportunities for the video to pop off and see on what platform people are gonna engage with it the most. And that is then how you get to those 155 content units. It's by making all of this and then multiplying the amount of people you can reach by posting it, by actually posting it on all platforms. Now, what I have right here is just going to be an example. So my lead magnet, that is basically the lead magnet of this video, is giving you a free cross posting platform. Again, just DM me on Instagram, you can get it right there. But just to show you what this looks like in practice, so how you make one long form video, then turn it into a reel, a slideshow, and then text format. So let's say we go for why I build this. This would be the reel script. So first of all, the long form piece of content would just be all of this. So all of this right here. So all of the reels combined into one. But then for the reel script, let's say why I built it. So this could be a hook, just I built this because creators waste too much time uploading the same post again and again, what I just told you 2 seconds ago. Then instead of opening 7 apps, you add a one content piece and let the platform handle the outputs. then a CTA platform, and I'll send it for free. Pretty much the same thing I just did 5 seconds ago that could be turned into a short. And how you turn that into a carousel, so the same thing as before, but you just do slide 1, why I built this platform, slide 2, creators already spend hours making content, slide 3, they upload it again and again, slide 4, you get the point. And then for text form, just the same thing, except you just copy paste this. I build a free cross-posting platform because creators spend enough time making content, they should not need to upload the same post 7 different times. This is all AI generated right here, just wanted to show you the point. It's pretty shit right now, but just get the point that if you make one long form content, you can turn that into 11 different reels, into 11 different carousels, and then turn that into 11 different tweets, all by using AI. Now, the first thing, if you want to get real value, if you want to give real value, you would make this like without AI, would actually put time and effort into it. But then this transitioning from a reel into a carousel and then into a tweet is just by prodding AI, turn this into a slide by slide format and then into text format, and you're gonna have 34 content pieces. Then you can then just multiply by how many times you upload them just by using something like a cross-posting platform. And this is how the mega influencers get to that point where they can upload, when they can say they can upload 1,000 posts every week. Is by doing this exact thing. They're gonna have one long form piece of content, they're gonna cut it up into reels, then turn the reels into slideshows. So a person who doesn't watch reels, but maybe they watch that, or maybe they're only on Twitter and they can only see that, just turning those and then multiplying the whole thing by uploading this on all platforms. And this is how you get from one content unit into 155. So right now it probably seems pretty obvious how people can then get a crazy amount of people coming through, a crazy amount of people booking in calls. So you turn one piece of content into 155, have a whole structure of how you turn value, then deliver that value to get these. This is the only thing we're optimizing for, is getting as many names, emails, and phone numbers as possible. So then after that, we can just do lead nurture. We can call them, SMS, email them. So we get them booked into a call, and then a whole structure of turning those booked calls into people who actually show up to those calls. Now again, this is in another video. What I wanted to focus on is just how do you turn a viewer into a lead that then you can just trigger an automated sequence to turn a lead into a booked appointment. Because all of the sales calls I have done, the main issue is just getting a higher amount of leads that you can then just trigger an automated sequence to get them booked into an appointment. So that's that. By the way, if you are someone who has an audience and sells high ticket, there's a link down below where you're gonna become our lead and see exactly why we're so good at booking appointments by booking you into an appointment. Like legit try not to book into an appointment after you submit your information there. But yeah, other thing, if you wanna get this cross-posting platform, just DM me on Instagram. I'll get that sent over to you. And yeah, by the way, look, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave your comments, thoughts down below, whatever. And yeah, subscribe if you want help getting more and better clients.